Monday morning, just a little bit after 9 o'clock, we are anchored up at the Chalkis Bridge. We're going over to see the port authorities to pay our fee and get a time slot for going through the bridge when it opens tonight between 10 o'clock at night and 1 o'clock in the morning. Then we can come back to the boat and chill out for the rest of the day.
That sounds good.
But you'll be working.
That doesn't sound good.
Slave driver. This general area here is the anchorage, the waiting area for people going from south to north through the bridge. The office where you pay your fee for passing the bridge is just there, and it's right inside the commercial port of Chalkis entrance. And you can see this pretty obvious landmark, the anchor and the big brass screw. So now we're paid, we'll go to the port police office at 4 o'clock this afternoon, where a guy will tell us all about the procedure we have to go through the bridge, and I'll show you where that is right now. So if you're anchored out in the waiting area and you come ashore, this is the bridge itself. This is south, this is north. And if you come across the bridge, you'll see this wonderful bust of Aristotle. Very clever chap. Anyway, that's beside the point. Cross over from the bridge, and just to your right there's a small little sit-down sheltered park. There's a blue parking sign on your left. Keep walking straight ahead. This cream-coloured building with the single balcony on the top is the back end of the port police. And just off this very busy street is the port police building. You go in through the door here and you show them your cruising tax paperwork. That's pretty much all they asked for, but they did say they want us to come back at 4 o'clock so they can explain the procedure for going through the bridge.
After we'd visited the port authorities, we took a short walk around town. At 10:30 p.m. on Monday, we received instructions from the port police to make our way through the bridge. already parked.
Where is it?
On the right where you're aiming. Oh, and there's another yacht in front. Directly in front of us. By the pine tree. We docked safely at the town quay on the north side at 11 p.m.
No. That line out.
After giving Baz a high five, I turned my ankle getting back into the cockpit. It felt like a bad injury. With engine exhaust issues and my injury, we wanted to get to Limni and haul out as soon as possible, so we left early the next morning for Artaki Bay. It took us an hour to reach Artaki. When I was dropping the anchor, the windlass tripped and neither up nor down switches worked until Baz reset the circuit breaker. We had a bouncy night with swell coming into the bay, so at 8:35 the next day we left, heading north towards Limni. However, we soon turned west as the wind was too strong and we didn't want to beat into wind and waves. Five and a half hours after leaving Artaki, we anchored at Ioannis Theologos Bay, in sand with 30 metres of chain out in 5 metres of depth.
We have just had the most unusual sail that we've experienced in 2 years. The wind was...
It was everywhere. It was doing this, it was doing this, and then it was doing this,
then it was doing that. No, seriously, it was, you know, I'd get the sails out and it'd be like, well, you've got your sails out. I'm going to stop now. So I put the sails away. But then it would blow from the east.
Other side, yeah, the east.
And then all of a sudden you go, oh, right, great,
Okay.
we'll tack.
Yeah, and then
So we tack and they go, no. We're going over the other side this time. Then when we were coming into this place, which is called
Ioannis Theologos.
Ooh, we're still in Greece, by the way. Yeah. Mainland Greece. When we were coming into this place, we've come around this top here, and as we were coming through there, the wind was solidly from the east.
Yes.
Then we come around here, and it comes from the northwest, like that. Anyway, we are here.
It's a nice bay.
It's a beautiful bay.
It's fairly
very
large.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's pleasant.
It is.
And
the holding's good here. It's sand and mud, and the anchor is definitely in.
there's quite a lot of shallow areas, so it's, you know,
Yeah.
you can pick your spot
Yeah,
if there are
definitely.
other boats, but we're the only people here.
Yeah. It's the end of the season,
Yeah.
and it's almost the end of the season for us. I don't like to
Yes.
use that because we don't have seasons, we just keep going. But this is our last stop before our final 9 nautical miles over to the east to
Evia
Island, where we're going to haul out for our winter maintenance.
Yes.
And boy, have we got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun, bringing you all the jobs,
Yes.
the jobs list, and
yes.
going through the jobs
Yeah.
and explain why
Yeah.
we fixed them and
Yeah.
how we fixed them and all that. Yeah.
And we can do a little bit of touring while we're there.
We are
like
going
did last
to
winter.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will rent a car, and we're also going to feature a lot of the yard and explain why we chose this yard to haul out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
It's in Limni, by the way, just north of Limni.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are going to welcome our new patrons.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Martin and Julie Collins and Kathy Dura.
Welcome aboard.
Yes, welcome aboard.
And also a big thank you to Lynette Blackburn Leary for the most humongous Shouters of Beer contribution. That'll keep us in beer for
For ages.
a long time.
We bought a barrel. And it's stowed. You know, we'll just be sucking it out there with a straw for months. Thank you so much.
Very generous, thank you very
Thank
much.
you to our patrons. It's great to have you aboard.
Yeah. Talking about which, we've got to go down below now and finish off this week's video.
Yep.
And
Write
get
some
that
blogs.
up, and
Yep.
then we've got to write blogs. So
And I've got closed captions to do. So, but it's a nice, calm anchorage to do it. So,
it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's very green up this end of Greece.
Yeah. All right, peeps. Talk to you later. Chains jumping all over the place.
The road was going to go through there and then turn right once we got into the water.
See what we get without We have arrived at our winter destination. Well, kind of close to our winter destination. We're actually tied up to a mooring ball just offshore from the yard where we're going to be hauled out, which may be today or more likely tomorrow, because Harris says he's a little bit busy today.
It's a really pretty bay, actually, and for a place that we're going to be staying for a few months, it's attractive. There is a road to Limni, which is about 2 kilometres away, but I do notice that it's possibly going up and over a hill. I was thinking, you know, we'd get some walking in to and from the shops, and it would be, you know, really good for exercising. So I think we're going to be fitter than we thought we'd be if we do the mountain hiking too.
When you can finally walk.
Yeah, well, if I've got a cast on my leg, I can walk anywhere, can't I?
No, but we'll see.
So that's the next pressing thing once we get out of the boat, is for me to find a doctor or a place that can diagnose whether I've got a fractured foot or not, since I sprained it just after we'd tied off at the dock when we came under the last bridge.
Chalkis.
At Chalkis, yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll drop the dinghy, we'll go and introduce ourselves to Harris. He runs the yard with him, his wife and his son, and probably a few helping hands here and there, and see what the drill is for getting hauled out. There's no big sling lift here. It's actually a sled that goes into the water just off the beach, literally off the beach, and I'm assuming that I just gently drive forward onto the sled until I can't drive forward anymore, and then he hauls the sled out.
And hopefully somehow there's some distance of at least 2 or 3 meters between the bottom of the boat and the ground when we do get hauled out, because that's the our keel.
I mean, there are big boats with big keels in the yard.
Yeah, so
it
works somehow, doesn't it?
We know it gets done properly somehow, yeah.
So I'd be interesting to see actually how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be able to, hopefully be able to film that too, so that you can see how it works as well.
Yeah. But before we get to the end of this video, I just want to point out a little conundrum that we found ourselves at or with on this Monday morning. We're in the town of Limni, and the plan was we were going to come here, buy the postcards that we mail out each month for our $10 patrons, and have a beer and a coffee while Ansha writes them, and then we could mail them straight away from the post office. However, the little place over there that sells the postcards is closed.
Yeah, we don't know if it's closed just for Monday or whether it's closed for the season, because, you know, we are the only tourists in town.
Yeah.
And if that's a tourist shop, then I can understand if they would have closed for the season.
Yeah. We did have a plan B, didn't we?
We did. That was buying Christmas cards. But again, there is nowhere in Limni that sells Christmas cards.
Yeah. So we've got plan C.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is, watch your email inboxes soon, because Ansha's going to do something special.
Yes. That is the best thing that we can do in lieu of our postcards to our $10 patrons. Hope you like it.
And talking of patrons, we'd just like to welcome on board 2 new patrons. That is Marcus Nettleton. Welcome aboard, Marcus.
Welcome. And Steve Harrington. Welcome.
Welcome aboard, both of you. And thank you very much for helping to make our journey sustainable.
Yes, it's great to have you with us.
Yeah. Right now, though, it's time for a beer.
And a coffee.
And a coffee. Cheers.
They do drink coffee here.
They do, apparently. I don't know. I don't drink the stuff. Next week on Sailing ABC, we get hauled out at the boatyard here at Limni, and it's the first time getting hauled out via a sled rather than a sling. It's going to be interesting. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss any future episode, and of course leave us a like and a comment. We love hearing and reading what you've got to say, and we always reply to you.